Hi, I'm Tara Jones. I'm the creator of Pieceful Solutions Riding and Training, and today we're going to go over some riding tips that can help you stabilize your body and help you get to a better seat and a better leg position. Today we have Bethany and her horse Mancha, and Bethany's one of my students, and she's graciously decided to help me today on my training tip videos. So we're demonstrating an English rider today, but this pretty much crosses the board with Western and English. So what we're going to talk about first is a stable foot position. And when we look at Bethany's feet, the first thing that we want to remember is how long we want our stirrup position. So I'm going to take Bethany's foot out of the stirrup and I'm going to let her lengthen her leg down. And basically for an English stirrup, we want it to just touch the ankle bone or just above it, just a little bit. Your stirrups are obviously going to be shorter if you're jumping, but just for flat work, this is the position and the length of your stirrup. So the first thing that we're going to look at is the position of your foot and how far through the stirrup you want it to go. So Bethany, can you demonstrate for me when people put their foot a little bit too much through the stirrup? So that would be there. And that actually becomes dangerous because if the horse were to bolt or do something sudden, your foot could get hung up in the stirrup. So can you demonstrate also not enough foot through the stirrup? And sometimes people ride with just their toes through the stirrup and that's not enough support. So what I like to tell my riders is to keep their big toe, the ball of their big toe, in line with the inside bar of the stirrup, and the little toe in line with the bar of the outside of the stirrup. And we're going to try and position Bethany's foot here. Hold on, Mancha. Okay? And we want the stirrup to basically be parallel as much as possible with Mancha's side. Okay, so that's how much you want your foot through the stirrup. So that's a good home base for you to practice. Once you have the position of your foot through the stirrup, then we're going to start to look at each ball of the foot. And you want to think about having 5 nails through each ball of the foot, and each of those 5 nails is going to be weight bearing. So Bethany, can you demonstrate for us when people put too much weight on the inside of the ball of their foot? Okay, so sometimes you'll see this with riders. The outside of the foot comes out. The rider will roll to the inside of the ankle. And you can see here that I can twist the inside of her stirrup because she doesn't have enough weight on the ball of her foot. Okay, so now can you demonstrate for us rolling to the outside? Okay, so now I can twist the inside of the stirrup because she doesn't have enough weight there. So we want to make sure that you can position your foot so the weight goes all the way across. Very good, 5 nails. And when I pick up the stirrup and try to twist it, I can't move it. That's going to be very helpful for riders who sometimes lose their stirrups. And the other thing I like to tell my riders is pretend that you have a tripod. Okay, so you have one leg is the ball of the foot, one leg is the piggy toe, and the other leg is right here in front of the heel of your shoe. And we want to think of that tripod as a triangle. And if that were the legs of a camera, you wouldn't want to tip the tripod too far forward and pick up the back leg, right? And you wouldn't want to do too much heels down because that in turn is going to make it so that you lose your stirrup. You want to make sure that you have even weight across the stirrup. And especially in jumping, you're going to need to put your heels down a little bit more. But for flat work, you want to practice having your foot level and even. And the other famous line that I always use is wear your roller skates. And by that I mean keep all 4 wheels of your roller skates on the ground. Don't tilt to the outside of your roller skate where you have 2 wheels rolling to the outside. Don't tilt to the inside of your roller skate where you have 2 wheels on the inside. Don't do a toe stop, and don't do a wheelie. So you can see when she actually pushes her heels down too much, it's going to lock the knee joint, lock the ankle, and lock the hip. So we want to make sure that we have nice soft joints from the hip, behind the knee, and in front of the ankle. So therefore the rider can keep a nice soft leg as they're riding. So that concludes some of the things I tell my riders for their foot position, and hopefully that will help you keep a nice stable lower leg and help you to keep your joints nice and free and open.